Technivorous channel is brought to you by these fine Patreon supporters.
Hey folks, Technivorous here. It's been a little bit, so I decided we would jump back in and do another Blender tutorial. And in order to do that, I'm going to show you some of the hotkeys. The first one we're going to go into here is going to be Control R. And that's going to give us our loop slice. So we're just going to cut this guy right down the middle. And we are going to double tap A to deselect everything, hit C to get our circle selector, and then we are just going to hit X and then delete vertices, not faces, because we want to get rid of those extra lines in there as well. Then we're going to go over here to the modifiers. We are going to add a mirror modifier. Pretty simple stuff. It's basically just duplicating this on the left, so whatever I do to this side of the model, it'll do to the other side and make it symmetrical. We do want to click the clipping button here, because that will keep us from pulling these edges away from each other, and we don't want any holes in our finished model. So today we are going to rock through real quickly. I think we're going to make a low poly spaceship for a top-down game for Unity. So let's go ahead and just start making adjustments. So I have everything selected here, and in order to do that, I'm in edit mode. You need to hit tab to go to edit mode, or you can also change to edit mode up here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my front view so I can see what's going on, and I'm going to hit S for scale and Z to shorten this guy down a little bit. And then I'm actually going to hit Control R, and we're going to throw another cut in right here. And I'm going to take this face, and looking at it from the top, if I hit G, it'll grab it and allow me to move it around and manipulate it. So we're going to go ahead, pull it something like that, and we will actually scale that down a little bit less than the rest of everything else. Let's hit 7 to go into top mode and rotate, and we're going to go ahead and extrude this. So go ahead and drag it out to about there. And then I think what we'll do is do another loop cut here, and we'll hit 3 to face select. We'll grab these two faces, and using the move tool over here, we'll raise them up a bit, and then I think we'll take these two faces and shrink them down. There we go. Now we're starting to get a kind of basic feature idea here. So we'll take this, drag it back, and don't need to worry about reducing the size here too much. What we're actually going to do is take this, and we're going to select all three of these. So we're going to hit the I button, and that is going to allow us to inset these faces, which is what we want. Now, if I hit the I button again, it will separate them, and you can see that here that it is 3 different faces. I want one face like this. And I'm basically just going to drag that out, scale it down. Then I'm going to do the same thing with these front two faces here. If I can get it selected, use my pan tool. And this time we are going to extrude, grab, and I want to bring it down just slightly. So that's looking pretty decent so far. So let's go ahead and grab this face and extrude, make it smaller. And I think we'll grab these two. And then we'll grab this one again, give it a little extrusion there. If you hit 1, 2, and 3, that represents the point, the line, and the face here. We're going to hit 2 to select this edge, or this vertex. And then we're going to grab move tool, put it to about there. And we're going to 3 to go back into face mode. We're actually going to do this again. And I Drag that down, make it a little smaller. The nice thing about this is I have no set plan for what's going on here. I'm basically just spitballing as we go. And I like this, but I'm going to take this face in. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab this one and bring it out. That's a little better. And then I think we'll do another extra little wing like that. Okay, so far so good. We've got a pretty funky looking ship here. I am going to get my knife tool, and you do that by hitting K. And I'm going to slice just like that. Hit enter to finish up. And we are going to grab these faces. We're going to hit I to inset them, and then we are just going to lift them right up. Maybe shrink them down a little bit. I to inset again. Shrink. And okay, so that's not looking too bad. Pretty funky ship design. Let's take this one. And we'll move this guy as well, just because it's starting to cross geometry there. We'll lift it up a little bit. And bring it back a little bit. That's not too bad. Okay, so let's take these faces. Again, we're going to use our inset button. It's not bad. I want to take these, not that one. Seven for top mode. Okay, let's grab this point. Think not liking the geometry of this area here, so let's go in here. Let's see. A little bit better. Totally looks like one of those things from Galaga. And that's looking pretty good so far. Let's give it some windows here. Face select by 3, inset, extrude inward. And I think and again, I'm just kind of playing around because I don't really have a set plan here, so all right, let's do a little bit more accenting. And that's looking pretty good. Let's get a view of this through the camera here. Not so bad. Let's try a quick render. It doesn't have a material yet, so it's going to be pretty plain. Here we go. Not bad. All right, so let's tab. Let's apply this. Okay, not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Let's try, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the camera, then I'm going to shift select the ship, hit Control T. Maybe. Should have worked, but didn't want to. Okay. Alright, and here we have our top-down view. This isn't too bad. It's not amazing by any means. But with a little bit of color, it should work as a low-poly model for what we want to do. So let me show you how to add the coloring real quick. So we're going to go into shading here. oh, excuse me, let's go into modeling, select the model. We need to add a material. Then we can go into shading. And then I'm going to drag in a color palette. Give me just a second to load it here. And this is basically a 4x4 pixel image. We are going to set to closest and then bring the color to the base color here. And as you can see, it's totally miffed up our model, but that's okay because we're going to fix it right now. So let's pan over here to where we can see we're actually going to go to UV editing mode. Pan that back in here. Select this object. Apparently I didn't add the material to it. So, okay, so in UV editing, and we are going to zoom in on our little map here. And we're going to drag this over so we have more room to work here. Maybe. Just doesn't want to grab it. There we go. Now, go back in here, and we need to turn a few things on, so let's do texture. We're going to turn on shadows and turn it up. We're going to turn on cavity, set it to both, set the ridge and valley to maxed on both of them. That gives us a little bit more Art Deco feel here. So then we are going to select everything. We're going to hit UV reset. Okay, so now we have our UV maps here. So I'm going to take everything. I'm going to shrink it down so it fits inside one square. Hit G and drag it to where I want it. Okay, we're going to do this nice gray color. Okay, so after that, what I can do is let's start with the windows. I've selected both of those, then I'm going to go over here and hit G, and it's going to allow me to move just the windows. We'll make those black, and you can see that change take effect there. So let's do a couple more. Let's set this and I think we want to get these back faces here as well. We will grab those and make them black as well. And I think, so we're going to grab these faces here. And then I'm going to use a trick to grab their surrounding edges. So Control plus on the numpad, and we're going to do that until we are surrounded here, basically. We're going to take this, we're going to drag it to this dark gray color, and then we're going to do the opposite, which is Control minus, minus, minus to get just this inner area. We're going to G and drag that let's make it yellow. I like that. Alright, so again, here's what we're looking at in our top-down view. Let's get a quick render so you can see the coloring options that we've added here. And there it is, our low poly quick render spaceship. Still got some work to do, so let's go ahead and hit these. with the yellow as well. And I think we'll take these faces. We'll put them in this other gray. And then this one and this one we'll do this blue steelish color. Inner panel we will do this darker color. Okay, so we're starting to get some good funk to this. It's starting to look decent. Let's do the same to these. Oh, we were over here, weren't we? Alright, so G right here, and I extrude, and there we go. And you can see a lot of this, there's some distortion here in the color, and that is because of the shadow. So if I go up here and turn the shadow off, you can see our colors are a lot more uniform. However, you can see when I grab this face and this face that I'm right in between. So I need to get those over here. This face and this face as well. So that looks a little bit better. And lastly, need some sort of propulsion for our ship here, so let's take these down a notch. Extrude them in, and we will make those bright blue. Yeah, okay. So this is basically it. Pretty simple stuff. We can do one more render. I'll show you the top down. And it is not bad. So let's actually, now that we have this render, let's go back. Let's go back into layout mode. Let's grab our camera. Drag it way up here. And let's grab this object. And we'll try a render from a little further away. 'Cause if we were going to do a top-down game, this is what our ship would look like. So, not great, not horrible. Definitely works. Let me show you. Let's save this real quick. And we're actually going to open my other ship that I did a few minutes ago. And I like this one a lot better. I took a lot more time on it because I wasn't in such a hurry to show you everything for the video. So this one I think came out pretty slick and I think would work really well in a game. Kind of reminds me of the Pelican from Halo. But yeah, not bad. I like this. It's it wouldn't take much work to go from this to a high polygon model. Um, Basically, all I would need to do is, let's see, let's go into object mode and apply that, and then and it's pretty simple to get a more organic shape out of it using subdivisions. So let's see what this render looks like real quick. Now this is a higher polygon object. You can see some of my painting got distorted down here on the front. It's become kind of stylized, and that's because those polygons, those shapes have moved. But not bad. So that's going to be it for this quick spaceship tutorial, guys. We'll do plenty more of these. I just wanted to introduce everybody to some of the simple hotkeys. Most importantly, the extrude, which is the E key, the inset, which is the I key, and the knife, which is the K key. Those are really important. Also knowing the control R for the loop, cut, and slide, that's pretty awesome as well. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys checking this video out. If it was helpful to you, leave me a comment, leave me a like, hit that subscribe button. We have more Blender videos coming up, and I plan to incorporate some of these models into a Unity game. So if you'd like to see that, definitely stick around because it will be coming up at some point, and I'd like to see you there. Well, that's it, guys. That's going to wrap up this video. If you've noticed the shirt, the merch is available. Go ahead and check out the Teespring merch link down below. It won't be available on a channel store until I reach 10,000 subscribers, and so far I am just about to hit 5,000. So it'll be a little while, a couple more months before you see this on the actual channel, but they are available now. I have a couple other designs. Feel free to pop over there and check them out, and know that any purchase through the Teespring site definitely helps to promote our site here and increase the channel's ability to make videos in the future. So we appreciate all your support. Don't forget to check out the Teespring link, check out our Patreon link, leave a like on this video, and hit that subscribe button because we have a lot more coming at you in the coming days.